Chapter 1. You are listening at FameTV.info. The sky is clear and cloudless. It's a fine day. Whoosh! All of a sudden, on the high altitude which is hard to reach by ordinary people's eyesight, a phantom comes from afar at the speed of thunder and lightning. Mirage gradually close, but it is clear to see this mirage. It turned out to be a middle-aged man with a somewhat embarrassed figure. Yes, this is a monk. If there is a man in the realm of cultivation, his identity can be seen from his clothes. He is a monk of Zhushenzong, one of the top 10 sects in Shozhen world. Zhushenzong is one of the top 10 sects in Shozhen world. It seems that the middle-aged man is being chased and killed. Who dares to pursue and kill the friars of Zhushenzong? Shwa. Not far behind the middle-aged man, a red light swept across the sky, flying at an extremely terrible speed. It won't take long to catch up with the middle-aged man of Zhushenzong. Lin Yu, don't push people too hard. Su Tianzong's middle-aged man took a look at Lin Yu, who was catching up with him quickly. A look of despair flashed across his face. Lin Yu, one of the top 10 schools in Shozhen world, is a gifted and strong man of Tianyinzong. At a young age, he has reached the state of fitness, which is the existence of genius level. Lu Feng, you are seriously injured at the moment. You are not my opponent at all. There is no escape. You'd better hand in the Hichu Luo Shu. I'll spare your life. Lin Yu came after him quickly and said coldly. However, the blazing eyes in his eyes completely betrayed him. Hichu Luo Shu. Known as the most wonderful book in the world, it has a very mysterious origin. It is said that if you can fully understand it, you can understand the mystery of the universe. It is only a small matter to become a fairy and a god. What's more, they can even control the universe and be proud of the world. However, Hichu Luo Shu has always only appeared in the fairyland. Every time it appears in the fairyland, it will cause a bloodbath. At this moment, how can it appear in the realm of cultivation? And still on a monk who only has a fit state. Lin Yu, you deceive people too much. Hichu Luo Shu is the object of my Lu Feng and my Su Tianzong. How dare you rob me openly? Do you want to start a war between Zhushenzong and Tianyinzong? Lu Feng increased his ultimate strength and flew away towards Zhushenzong at the fastest speed. Although both of them are in the same state of integration. But he is not Lin Yu's opponent at all, he is just in the early stage of the combination, but Lin Yu is in the late stage of the combination. With Lin Yu's strength, you can easily kill him. The reason why he has not been killed is that Lu Feng's speed is unparalleled in the world. Otherwise, he would have been killed and Hichu Luo Shu robbed. Lin Yu frowned slightly when he heard the speech. Zhushenzong and Tianyinzong are both one of the top 10 sects in Shozhen world. They always have good friends with each other, even if only superficially. However, if it is spread out, Zhushenzong will fight with Tianyinzong. Even the whole world of Shozhen will turn into a bloodbath. Lu Feng, don't use Zhushenzong to oppress me. As long as I kill you today, who knows I killed you. And Hichu Luo Shu was naturally lost by me. If I can understand the mystery of Hichu Luo Shu, what can Zhushenzong do for me? Lin Yu was smiling with a ferocious smile. Lu Feng's words made him afraid. Once this time spread out, Lin Yu's situation became extremely dangerous. But the more so, the more inspired his killing heart. Lin Yu, you dare to kill me. Su Tianzong will never let you go. Lu Feng was furious. But, it is because of this and affected the body injury. Endless pain into the brain, but let his speed a little stagnation. Seizing this opportunity, Lin Yu speeded up abruptly and got close to the back of Lu Feng. Boom! A red power burst out from Lin Yu, earth-shaking, carrying the power of terror, hard to kill Lu Feng. Lu Feng was surprised and roared. He immediately turned around and raised his strength to the limit. Boom! In an instant, the empty shadow of 30 light horned dragons appeared over his head. With a big drink, Lu Feng hit hard. 30 horned dragons turned into a huge force. They roared and strangled Lin Yu. Seeing this, Lin Yu sneered. The power of 30 horned dragons. It's just vulnerable. Between speaking, the red light in Lin Yu's body soared, and the breath of terror burst out from him. After a burst of startling dragon chanting, 35 horned dragons appeared above his head. Die! Lin Yu gave a ferocious smile and a powerful blow. 35 horned dragons converged into a red torrent and directly killed Lu Feng. Boom! After the big bang, the two forces collided rapidly. However, the result is not any big difference. How can Lu Feng's 30 horned dragons be Lin Yu's 35 horned dragons? Lu Feng's power was directly torn into powder. Then, Lin Yu's terrifying power directly killed Lu Feng. Poof! Lu Feng is also an expert in the realm of fitness, and his body is extremely strong. He was bombarded by the power of the 35 horned dragon, but he didn't kill it immediately. But Lu Feng is not easy. Body shape was bombarded like a broken kite in general, was hard hit to fly out. In the process, he kept spitting blood out. Lu Feng, let's die. Lin Yu had already caught up with him with a fierce smile. 35 horned dragons hit again. Lu Feng is not Lin Yu's rival at all. And he had been seriously injured before. At the moment, the empty shadow of the 30 horned dragons above his head was even more illusory, and seemed to be about to disperse. On the contrary, the 30.5 horned dragons above Lin Yu's head were coiled and almost materialized. If there is no miracle, Lu Feng will die today. And the most wonderful book in the world will be taken away by Lin Yu. Lin Yu, you forced me. Lu Feng looked desperate. But there is a strong color of determination in despair. At the same time, Lu Feng's breath is constantly climbing up. Even, the 30 horned dragons on his head are rapidly becoming solid, almost materialized. Lu Feng, what are you going to do? Are you crazy? Seeing this, Lin Yu roared angrily. In a flash of his body, he suddenly retreated to the rear. Lin Yu, you forced me. Since you want me to die, I'll put you on the back and let's die together. At the same time, Lu Feng's breath suddenly soared. Boom! After a loud bang, the 30 horned dragons in the void above his head turned into substance in an instant. Meanwhile, Lu Feng's body turned into a trace in the void and quickly killed Lin Yu. Lu Feng will die together. It turned out that Lu Feng found that his body had been seriously injured. Even after he escaped this time, he could not recover. Moreover, with his strength at this time, he could not escape Lin Yu's pursuit. Forced by helplessness, he had to choose to explode. Die with Lin Yu. Boom! While Lu Feng was fighting Lin Yu, the 30 horned dragons above his head were burning. Burning power. After burning power, Lu Feng's breath became furious, and his momentum was 10 times stronger than before. However, because of the burning power, even though his strength is 10 times stronger than before, there is no power of 300 horned dragons in the void above his head. Since you think I'll die, let's die together. Lu Feng, who has increased his strength 10 times, is far more powerful than Lin Yu. He rushed up in an instant, opened his big hand and hugged Lin Yu directly. At the same time, he yelled in his ear, his face was ferocious. You madman, let me go. You are crazy. Get out of here, Lin Yu roared in horror, one punch after another on Lu Feng's body, splashing Lu Feng's flesh and blood. But Lu Feng didn't care. The horned dragon above his head was burning more and more fiercely. Let's die together. Lu Feng roared wildly, but Lin Yu never let go of his attack. Boom! After the big bang, the void exploded fiercely, and the terrible impact was tearing the void apart. Even the whole sky seemed to be shaken by the terrible explosion. At the moment of the explosion, the great Xia dynasty on the ground was deeply shocked. One by one, the Xia people rushed out, looking at the void in horror, thinking that the end of the world was coming. However, no one saw anything, because Lu Feng and Lu Feng were fighting on the void, far away from the earth. How can these ordinary people see? Moreover, after Lu Feng's self-explosion, everything on them, including Lin Yu's, was blown to dust, and there was no residue left. No, after their explosion, an ugly yellow pattern floated slowly from the void, and finally did not know where it fell. The world's first strange book, Hichu Luo Shu, appears inexplicably, but it is inexplicably lost. It seems that no one knows. Time is like running water. A few months have passed in a flash, and we have entered the severe winter season. Tianzhu Mountain is a famous mountain near Ani City, the capital of the Xia dynasty. Because Tianzhu Mountain has many peaks and precipitous cliffs, it is also named because the highest peak is very high, just like Tianzhu. In the severe winter season, the mountain is snowed. The whole Tianzhu Mountain is white. From a distance, the world is the same. Dang dang dang, all of a sudden, under Tianzhu Mountain, a disordered sound of footsteps spread far away. Turning around a mountain, a group of strange animals are galloping forward towards the depth of Tianzhu Mountain. On the other hand, there are a group of pretty men and women who are talking and laughing. In such a severe winter season, when the mountains are snowed, they all wear extremely thin but extremely luxurious clothes. At a glance, we can see that it is Lian Jiazi, and he must be a noble warrior of the Xia dynasty. A group of more than 10 people burst into the depths of Tianzhu Mountain with laughter. The strange beast in the crotch even stepped on the snow as if it were a flat ground. It was so fast that it disappeared under Tianzhu Mountain. Just after they disappeared, a hungry and thin young man with the same thin clothes, but cold and direct Cold War, rode a yellow puma slowly into Tianzhu Mountain. Muranjiu, you lowly servant, don't you come to me quickly. A shrill voice suddenly came out of Tianzhu Mountain. Hearing this voice, the young man was shocked. Under the thin clothes, his thin body couldn't help shivering slightly. It seems that this voice is very frightening to him. But then there was a cold light in his eyes. Humble servant. Murong, you sneered. They are the children of Murong family, but they become slaves because they can't practice martial arts. Because I'm a collateral, I'm a slave to you direct children. Because their parents died early, and let you bully. Not even as good as an ordinary servant. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.